I'm going to open the Deck Builders Toolkit. I just picked it up at my local Target a few minutes ago. And unlike my pack opening videos where I just go right through to the pack, that's really how I like to watch them myself, because I'm hoping beginner, people who've never played Magic, or people who are interested in Magic, or people who've just started playing Magic are watching this video, 3 or 4 of you. Uh, I really want to take my time because I really think this is a great product. I know when I got started in Magic, this was actually my very first product, and I think it's a great idea of Wizards to offer this product. It's a really nice box. I think it's a little better than a Fat Pack box in the sense that it can hold a few more cards. I wish I had a Fat Pack box with me right now, but it's really about, I don't know, about half an inch longer, maybe quarter of an inch longer. So here you go. So it's got a lot of goodies. Little placeholder. It's got 4 packs, and I see that somebody had the awfully poor taste of including a Dragon's Maze pack, which I see no sense in including, even though I love Dragon's Maze. It doesn't fit at all into a build. But we'll have fun with it. So it's got a Theros, a 2015 core set M15, and a Born of the Gods pack. We'll live with that poor choice on the part of whoever designed this particular toolkit. Um, and then it's got a lot of cards, lots of cards. Total is 285. Then it also has a very nice, uh, very long, which as a new player you should read completely. In my opinion, I did when I first opened my own toolkit, my very first one, a couple years ago. And it's got all the kinds of decks you can build, red, green monstrosity, and so on. And it's really fun because you can go through all the cards that you pulled and build many decks. It's a $20 product, so I think if you and a friend of yours each bought your own toolkit, you'd have more than enough cards to play all kinds of different decks. So I usually keep these sealed for the future, but for this particular video, I'm going to open them. I'm betting that these are all lands. So let's just go through that and open it. Okay, so I'm betting these are all lands. Looks like maybe like 15 of each, something like that. So there you have it. These are your lands. And I think there's also lands in one of these. Now, whenever you see an Evolving Wilds pack in these, at least in the last couple of them, that's usually where your variety is. Okay, so each Evolving Wilds in this pack is going to give you a different sub deck for you to play with. So if we open this and we go and we look for the next Evolving Wilds, each one of these is its own small selection to play with. So I'm going to look through those. Again, I'm going to take my time in this video. So if you're not a beginner or you're not interested in going slow, this video is probably going to bore you to tears. But here are the 4 different Evolving Wilds selections, and I'm just going to go through each one. This is really perfect for a beginner. Okay. So at the end of the day, you get a playset of Evolving Wilds, which is a great card. You can sacrifice it, and then you can go and look for a basic land that you need. Great mana fixing at common, really great mana fixing. Okay, first selection. I see here a great Minotaur. I play this Minotaur online all the time. When it comes in, every one of your Minotaurs gets 2+2+0, and it's really wild. This is a wild card to play if you got a bunch of Minotaurs. So you get one of those. The Ragemonger is also very good because it takes out a black and a red from your next Minotaur. So for example, if you play the first Ragemonger, it's going to cost you 3. And then the next Ragemonger, it could be another Minotaur, but if the next one, you'd actually cast for a 1. So this card is pretty sweet. The only problem with the Minotaurs is the 2-drop for the deck is really weak. And I've been experimenting with that deck and I haven't really had a lot of fun. I've seen this 3-drop being played, but with so many 3-drops in the Minotaurs right now that Theros has been out, I really, really, really wish this had been a 2-drop, even if it had been like a 2-1-2 or something. If it had Death Touch, it would have given you a bonus. Because it's true, it gives all your other Minotaurs Death Touch, but you really need a 2-drop Minotaur right now that would work better than whatever we have. So again, this is a red-black deck, and this sorcery is going to give +2, -2. A little tricky of a card. Again, here's your 2-drop Minotaur. I'm not a fan of this card. Maybe I haven't played it well enough, but anyways, I may play it. I may give it another try. A haste Minotaur, another 2-drop. Yeah, maybe I should give these 2-drop Minotaurs a chance, just because I need to fill the deck, but I haven't done that. Put 2/3 red Minotaur creature tokens into the battlefield. Some creature destruction heavy, at 5. And then another enchantment aura. So back to your revolving wall. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, really 8, because you're going to drop 2 Minotaurs with this one. You can play a total of 8 Minotaurs in this deck, and you're really getting 10 cards. So 10 cards for a deck. You'd have to add something else, but that could be a lot of fun. Okay, let's look at this other selection. Okay, so this is a blue-red selection. See, the autofocus is going crazy on me. Okay. Right, so this is an instant and sorcery in your graveyard kind of deck. The kind of deck that in Modern would have a playset of Snapcaster Mage that would cost you a liver. Then you've got your Spellheart Chimera, which gets its power to the number of instant and sorcery cards in your graveyard. So again, this is going to be your blue-red deck. Magma Jet is awesome because you deal 2 damage and you scry 2. So it can really help you smooth out your cards. Flame Speaker Adept is another great card because it gets +2/+0 and gains first strike until end of turn when you scry. Then look at this. So the Stormcaller of Caranus has a blue ability with scry. So again, these are all part of a blue-red. Here's your big flyer 5-drop 5/3/4. And then here's your wall, Great Wall. Then here's your Denier. Return target creature to its owner's hand, and you get to scry 1. And then you can drop some tokens for 6-drop. You can deal 3 damage, sorcery. So that's what you have. And you have a total of, let's count the sorceries on the instance, which is what matters in this particular selection. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you're gonna be able to get as many as 5 instants and sorceries in your graveyard. So let's go through the third selection. I'm not gonna have enough time in this particular video to go through the whole kit, but I'm gonna take my time this one time because I know when I was a beginning player, I would have really enjoyed if somebody took the time to explain every card in the deck in the toolkit, since I wouldn't know what they were anyways. I was new to Magic. That was the whole point. Looks like this is your white-blue. This is white-blue. By the way, I love the artwork on this card. This is so beautiful. Wizards, you did great there. So here you have your 5-drop flyer, Human Soldier, 5/2/2. It's got double strike though. It's nice. Here's an instant. So this is a tapper, so it'll slow down your opponent. This is an enchantment, 3-drop. You can put counters on an enchanted creature, and it's got flying. Very nice. The Hoplite has heroic +1/+1, so it can get big as you keep hitting it with things, with enchantments, etc. This one also has a heroic, and it's a 3/2/2 flyer. Then your Trident also has heroic, and it'll tap an opponent creature. Then here with Besto, you can hit a heroic card and do something and help it. So that would be nice for a 3-drop. Another flyer with heroic. So you got a bunch of flyers in here. This is a great denier, God's Willing, for 1-drop. Once it's an instant, so once your creature could potentially die, you throw this and you say that that target creature has protection from the color of that card, and you're good to go. Here's another flyer. So you got a bunch of white weenies and some protection from blue. Not very strong. It's really leaning more to white, yet a very fun sub deck. Again, it's only 10 cards, so you're not going to build a whole deck on that, but this is for beginners, so you're trying various strategies and learning from them at this point in time. So here's your, okay, this is a red-white. So this is red-white, and so when you drop an aura on this thing, you can drop a token, and it's got an ability, a mana ability. It gets +1/+0 until end of turn when you pump it for each red. Akuran Phalanx, it's got a red ability, even though it's a white card, and it's got Vigilance, so it's a 4/3/3. The Hoplite for what we'd call Boros, whenever it attacks, it gets +X/+0. You can buff this up pretty good. Number of attacking creatures. Vanguard of Rimas. You see a lot of Vigilance in this deck. So white-red with some heroic. You can drop a token when you hit it with heroic. You can search your library for an aura card with this card. Another enchantment, which you're going to use for your heroic triggers. Another enchantment again. So you got a couple of enchantments in here. And of course, this is a great card, Akuran Crusader. You can get a lot of 1/1 red tokens out of this thing if you play it right. A favorite in your Pyromancer blue-red decks these days. Here's your double strike creature. Another enchantment. So again, you got, let's count the enchantments and creatures. 1 creature, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 creatures, 7 creatures, and 3 enchantments. Okay, I'm going to end it right there for now for this part.